Hi, Hiram here. A couple of days ago I did a video where I was trying to make simmer rings for the fancy feast stove. The times that I got and stuff just weren't very good. Had a number of people tell me how there's simmer rings out there that do a much longer time for the simmer. They also gave me links to videos to see these simmer rings, but I've tried to stay away from them because I want to try to beat this thing myself first, and then I'll check out what other people have done. In that video I had a couple of them. One was a 1/4 inch gap here, didn't get very good times. Another one had an 1/8 of an inch gap, burned well, but didn't have a very long simmer or a long burn time. Basically these were just rings. They had holes in the bottom and then somewhat of a gap on the top. In this case, like I said, an 1/8 of an inch, but just didn't work. So I was thinking about it, and I thought maybe the problem is not necessarily just the gap, but that I have to cut off the airflow. In these I had holes punched into the bottom of them, and it made for some pretty nice flames. So I tried some more. I cut another one that gave me the 1/4 inch gap, but when I cut the can, it actually was uneven, and that was enough that it gave me just about all the flames you wanted. I tried a couple of other parts here, and they just either wouldn't light or the flames wouldn't stay lit, the whole bit. So I ran out of cans to use, and I used the other side of this one, and I just cut it off. So this is just a ring. With this one, it's just a ring with no air holes, so it just sits on there like that. Because the can was a little short, I didn't have my 1/4 inch or my 1/8 of an inch. This is about a 1/2 of an inch gap, but again, no air holes. So I put some 1 fluid ounce of methanol in here, got 2 cups of water right from the refrigerator, so the temperature was at 43 degrees. And this is what happened with that test. That really blew my mind. Again, that was 1 fluid ounce of methanol. This has a 1/2 inch gap with no air holes. Room temperature was 71 degrees Fahrenheit. Room humidity was 52%. Did I say the water was 43 degrees Fahrenheit? Because it came right from the refrigerator, I didn't worry about getting it to the 60 degrees. With that, the time to boil was 26 minutes and 56 seconds. Man. And then the time to run out was 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 43 seconds. You may have noticed in that little video clip that I condensed that a couple of the scenes changed, because at the 35-minute mark I had to change the batteries. I hadn't planned on it running that long. Also, I found out that my camera that I used for those second camera shots will only let me do about 23 minutes on one file. Again, I had never done that before, so it got a little choppy there. But it was one continuous run. So, I don't know. At the end there, the temperature started dropping. It stayed at 212 degrees Fahrenheit from the boil time until it ran out. It didn't fluctuate at all that whole time. So, and that was with a 1/2 inch gap. I'm not sure if I should change this to try my 1/4 inch, get some more cans, and maybe try the 1/4 inch. I know the 1/8 inch didn't work. It just couldn't stay lit. Any little movement of air and it blew it out. So I think even with a windscreen on it, it just wouldn't work. But a 1/2 of an inch with no air holes, and it did that. So now I guess I'll look at what these other people are doing for their simmer rings and see how it compares. But I hope that helps. Just a regular can. In this case, it's got a corrugated side. It's not smooth like the others, but I don't think that'll really matter. Just a can cut short enough that it leaves a 1/2 inch gap between the bottom of the pot and the top of this, a 1/2 inch gap. And you got a heck of a simmer time. So, I hope that helps. I thank you for watching. I look forward to your input, questions, remarks, helpful suggestions. And as always, watch for my buddy Max. Bye now.